Salut tout le monde, c'est Inhuman, on se retrouve pour la suite de L.A Noire. La dernière fois, nous étions arrivés à la caserne car nous étions rétrogradés aux incendies criminels et donc on doit parler avec le capitaine des pompiers.
Lynch.
Biggs, you two investigating the house fire on Kenmore Avenue as well?
Yep. Why?
I had a look around the place while I was out there.
Do you believe the fire?
I deal in facts, Phelps. Evidence of an explosion. No obvious sign of accelerants. Wiring looks intact. Come and take a look at this.
This the heater from the Sawyer fire out?
Yes, it is.
C'est pas le même nom.
Looks like it was recently serviced.
Oui, c'est pas le même nom.
I have a theory, and it's a theory only. I don't have enough evidence to prove...
Al, if you say it's so, we're listening.
Okay, Phelps, you're a bright penny. You have a gas supply. You have a Bunsen burner as a pilot light. You have a regulator valve, and the balloon represents the gas expanding in the room. Now, the gas has to make contact with the mosquito coil to form an explosion. Let's see if you can work out the chain of events.
J'ai pas tout écouté. Merde, c'est comme en science, j'ai pas tout écouté. Ça me paraît complètement con. Mais non, laisse ça là. Mais non! Trop du cul. Quand j'adore ces trucs anti-moustiques. C'est fou que ça existe encore d'ailleurs. Ça prouve leur efficacité.
Good, your regulator's in position.
Ok, c'est quoi le régulateur? Je dis que c'est la valve. Ça me paraît complètement con.
Gas bubble needs to be next to the coil if it's gonna ignite.
Okay, I'll light your pilot and turn the gas.
You pull the lever on the left to turn on the gas.
So that's how it's being done.
Maybe. There could be a fault with these valves. I've adjusted this one for our experiment, but you need to take it to InstaHeat and see what they say. Their headquarters is on North Harvard Boulevard, number 262.
Thanks, Albert.
You're welcome, Biggs. See you at the next show.
Cool, merci Dr Nozman. On y va. Lui voulait devenir Javi dans C'est pas sorcier, c'est sûr.
Joe?
The next fire. We should go to the factory and see how many of these things are going bang in the night.
You know this Chapman character?
Guy's a freak. Loves fires. He's the kind of guy that we'd like for a lot of things, but we don't really have any credible evidence to pursue him with.
Je vois, je vois. Je vois. Oh, regardez un terrain libre. Un raccourci. Calme-toi, c'était juste une boîte aux lettres. Ça va, ils en remettront une, c'est tout, c'est pas grave. Le mec... Non! Pas la boîte aux lettres, non! J'ai dû résister. J'ai vu un panneau où j'ai dû résister. C'est comme ça qu'on ouvre le tramway, je crois. Hein. Par la gauche. Mais la France, c'est dedans. Bah oui, effectivement, c'est là. Hein. Et leurs véhicules, on dirait des véhicules de pompiers. Tiens donc. Pas sûr que c'est homologué, ça. Hein.
New and improved model. They'll be selling these like hotcakes.
Ouais. Parce que là, autant vendre des petits pains.
LAPD detectives, ma'am. We need to speak to someone in charge.
I see. Well, duty manager for today is Mr. Rasick. You should find him in his office.
D'accord, mais c'est où son bureau?
Keep talking. Someday you'll say something intelligent. Hey.
Ah, c'est le manager. Est-ce qu'il y a le... l'assistant to the manager?
Detective Phelps and Biggs, arson. We're investigating a couple of house fires. What can you tell us about this?
Pressure regulator from a Model 70. Let me take a look. We have a problem. This has been tampered with.
What?
You see this diaphragm? It forms a seal across the saddle here. Gas flows across from here to here. The diaphragm regulates flow. It's been reversed. It's a subtle change, but it means the gas never closes off properly.
D'accord.
So you're telling me that this is not a manufacturing fault, service repair?
I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with the design.
Il a pas l'air sûr.
You're telling me that you've never had any problems with this heater?
Look, we've changed the design since the Model 70.
These things are still being installed?
It's the demand. None of us could keep up with the amount of housing going up. At the budget end, we're still using some of the old stock. We are installing 100 heaters a week. They're not all faulty.
They're not all safe either.
Are these diaphragms prone to failure?
They tend to go after a while. The rubber lasts quite a few years and then it perishes.
So the guys' names that I've been seeing doing the repairs on the heaters, they're fully licensed and accredited.
Sure, of course they are.
Mais bon, il a pas l'air sûr non plus.
You employ accredited mechanics to do this.
We call them installers. Technically, they're gas fitters.
Installers, then.
They know what they're doing, detective, if that's what you're trying to imply.
Ah.
I want you to get me a copy of the list of your installers.
Okay, I'll get it for you. There, around a dozen of them. The housing business is going crazy at the moment.
Mhm. What the hell?
This is a long shot. We are not gonna rouse that whole
Non mais il y a des noms qu'on connaît. Je les ai plus, j'ai plus le
I
carnet
want
sur
to run
moi.
it by R&I, cross-reference for arsonists. See if any of these guys have any previous. Sir, I need to use your phone.
Go right ahead.
Oh crap.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
You're a couple of shingles short of a fool.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need to know if any of the following names have a previous criminal history.
Okay, Detective, run the names.
Acevedo Ernesto, Clemens Walter, Elgram...
Oh là, pas si vite, t'as pas le temps de noter. T'es un malade.
Peter, Cutner Robert, Limehouse Albert, Manning Franklin, Neves Raymond, O'Brien Thomas, Ryan Matthew, Spurgeon William, Varley Reginald, Zurich Stephen.
C'était quoi le deuxième?
Previous conviction for arson and malicious damage. Burned down a house in Westwood in 1942. 4-year jail term.
Thanks.
Ryan Matthew, charged for contempt of court, attempted murder, plea bargain down to assault charge.
Anyone else?
There is a Reginald Varley wanted for murder by Detroit Police Department.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
On en a 2 sur 3, hein.
Hey, there's such a thing as soap, you know?
Your employment roster is quite the rogues gallery, Mr. Rasick. Desperate times indeed.
Si j'ai pas de conneries, on en a 2 sur 3, hein. Notre Ryan, c'était celui qui avait installé les trucs. Ouais, voilà. Et Varley, c'est bien ça.
Do you have an address for Clemens?
He's working on an apartment building on Catalina and 3rd.
What about Ryan?
Currently working at a housing development on Normandy and 1st Street.
Varley.
Il est en Normandie, putain, faut jusqu'en France.
Currently working on a new housing development. Hey, Varley's a good guy. You can't harass all my people.
These guys have lockers.
Yes, they do. But my men have a right to some privacy. Don't you need a warrant or something?
Show him and keep quiet.
Here. Happy now?
Stick around, Mr. Rasick.
Je peux voir les noms de plus vrais par contre. Thomas O'Brien. Mathieu Ryan, il est Mathieu Ryan. Ok, c'est un anarchiste, très bien. Bah, ça se fait plaisir aussi, je vois sur la photo là à droite.
Some light reading on the merciless capitalist machine.
Et t'en fais partie, donc forcément t'es pas content, mais ta gueule.
It doesn't appear to be connected.
Alors, on m'a spoilé qu'il y en avait là. Clément, c'est ça? Ouais. Encore un anarchiste? Eh ben dis donc. Incroyable ça. Mais bon, les sous-titres, je suis pas obligé de les avoir à chaque fois non plus, quoi.
Clemens is a fellow traveler.
Non, non, par contre, je veux pas tout. Je veux pas tout. Non, non. Pitié. Bon, bah, on leur a tous les sous-titres. On revient dans 1 heure. Car oui, je ne peux pas skipper les sous-titres. Ah merci, c'est bon, c'est fini. Au revoir. Ces chaussures, tu veux pas les regarder? Bon, d'accord. Le dernier, c'était... Reginald Varley. Ah bah tiens, lui aussi il a fait joujou avec ça?
The company went through thousands of these in the war. Still got eaten alive.
Se faisait-vous fait avec? Ah bon? C'était pas très ça, à mon avis. Hein.
Varley has a problem with bugs.
Par contre, c'est... Ouf, la taille du truc. Putain. C'est pas le petit modèle, hein?
You know that a mosquito coil takes an hour to burn down, Rasick?
No, I didn't know that.
It's the favorite choice of ignition by arsonists. Gives them time to get away.
You're crazy. He probably lives near the canals in Venice.
Venise? Putain, maintenant il faut aller en Italie?
If I leave you to it, I got work waiting.
3 birds. Clemens, Ryan, Varley. Where to, Phelps?
C'est la bonne question. Bah. D'accord, temps de chargement. Qu'est-ce qui se passe? L.A Noire est en train de remettre en cours un incendie, c'est ça? C'est ça. Et soit on devine c'est lequel tout de suite et à mon avis on arrive à sauver des gens. Soit, ben... triste, mais tant pis, hein. C'est ça, putain. Allez, bâtard. On va voir les indices. Bon, déjà, on sait que c'est pas Clément, c'est plutôt Ryan ou Varley. Non, c'est que les deux étaient dessus, quoi. J'aurais plus tendance à dire Varley, peut-être qu'il est recherché. C'est-à-dire qu'il n'a pas été jugé, donc peut-être que... la personne qui demande de faire ça a de quoi... a de quoi le choper. Enfin, de quoi le faire tomber s'il obéit pas, quoi. Donc Varley. Pour moi, directement Varley. On verra bien. Mais putain... C'est pas moi, hein. Non.
You were in combat.
In 1917. No, I never fired a weapon. Why did I do it?
C'est ses nouvelles maisons, c'est pas lui, hein.
There's nothing to be ashamed of. I hope the piece is still serviceable, Herschel.
I may be old and out of practice, but I'm still a Marine.
Ah, c'est peut-être pas une nouvelle maison.
It would be better for our case if we could bring him in, Herschel.
Ah si, c'est une nouvelle maison, je sais pas. C'est pas clair.
LAPD, Varley! Stop or I'll shoot!
Là, il recherche pour meurtre, donc forcément, oui. Même si c'est pas lui qui met les incendies en route, forcément qu'il allait fuir. Par contre, c'est quoi cette herbe là? Pourquoi c'est des carrés d'herbe? Qu'est-ce que c'est que cette connerie? Oh mon dieu, il a cassé les murs. Quoi, il y a une tranchée? Il prépare la guerre ici? Eh oh, m'écrasez pas. Pas gentil. Putain, je spam le 1. Ouais, non, mais je le spam ton 1.
Why did you run from us, Varley?
I'm gonna take a wild guess that you're the same Reginald Varley the Detroit police have an outstanding warrant on. How am I doing so far?
I need a lawyer before I talk to any of you. Reginald Varley, you're under arrest for committing a series of arsons. You're also under arrest for murder. Detroit PD will be putting in a request for your extradition. Until then, you're a guest of the city.
Arson? You can't hang that rap on me.
Be quiet. Be thankful we don't shoot you.
Are all the cops in this town crazy?
Take him away, officer.
Dans l'autre, on devrait pas les voir, Ryan. Clairement, hein. Avec un peu de chance. Je devrais pas regarder. C'est juste au coin de la rue. Est-ce que je vais pas regarder le système qu'il a mis en place au cas où? Ok, bah je sais pas. Comme ça au moins c'est fait. On n'a pas le temps de t'attendre, hein. Désolé, mais il y a des vies en jeu là. Hein. Enfin, ceci dit, ça dépend s'ils sont en voyage, ça va.
Are you Matthew Ryan?
Who's asking?
Detective Phelps and Biggs, arson squad.
Arson?
You heard the man.
So just put this stuff in the car and I'll be right with you.
Hold it, Ryan. I said.
Je m'en doutais. Non, promis, je mets ça dans la voiture et c'est bon, j'arrive.
Those are GI's backyard he's crashing through. The damage is only cosmetic. He's a one-man wrecking ball. Move in. I'll take out the van.
Ouais, il passe par le chantier qu'on a visité la dernière fois. Oh, il a cassé à quelqu'un là. Je vais fumer. Non, mais la voiture est bloquée. La voiture est bloquée. Oui, bah la voiture était bloquée, monsieur. Pas de ma faute, hein.
He's got an arson-related assault charge and he's running. Running don't mean nothing. We gotta get this guy in a room before we can get an angle on him. This man has got to be stopped. I'm going for the tire. That ought to slow the son of a bitch down.
Oh, c'est bon, c'est bon, c'est bon, tu l'as eu.
Give it up, LAPD. Why did you run, Ryan?
I was scared.
You gotta reach. Scared, Ryan?
J'ai eu
Matthew
peur.
Ryan, I'm arresting you on suspicion of committing a series of arsons.
Parce qu'encore une fois, on ne devrait pas surveiller ce qu'il a fait. C'est pas cette maison-là, j'imagine. Quand plutôt au bon endroit. Le fait que j'entends des sirènes, ça m'inquiète. Peut-être que je me suis fait avoir et que c'était d'abord Clamarins. Donc c'était pas lui qui était sur nos papiers. Sur les anciens chauffe-eau. Non, j'ai pas le temps, j'ai pas le temps, j'ai pas le temps. Il y a des vies en jeu. Un délai de fuite, vous vous démerdez. Je suis pas flic, moi. Enfin, si, mais voilà, quoi. Moi, je suis enquêteur, moi, monsieur. Je suis pas là pour poursuivre des petits criminels qui ont fait... La carte? La carte a disparu. Ah, bah, la carte a disparu, puis le jeu est fatigué. J'ai l'impression de rejouer à San Andreas, quoi. Quand le CD était fatigué.
Biggs, LAPD. We want some answers and we want them quick.
Okay, okay. What's this all about? Just tell me what you want.
Bon, lui, il a pas l'air au courant, en vrai. Hein.
You know Reginald Varley?
No? Can't say I do.
Alors, le petit sourire en coin, c'est que tu te fous de ma gueule, là.
Detroit PD is after Reginald Varley for murder. You want us to run you in for aiding and abetting, Clemens?
Whoa, 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 whoa. All I know about Varley is he gets kickbacks from some developer. Does their work first. Spreads it around if he can.
Uh-huh.
You're licensed and work for InstaHeat?
I contract for them. So what?
Il est en mode, oh merde, j'aurais pas dû dire ça.
InstaHeat hires arsonists, does it?
I've worked as a fitter all my life. Put everything I had into that house. And my fucking mudshark of a wife gets awarded it in settlement. She's blowing spics 2 at a time while I'm at work. And she gets the house. Yeah, I burnt it all right. Set fire to that fucker and watched it burn to the ground. I did my time and I'd do it again.
Sorry about the Rouse, Clemens.
Quoi?
You did the right thing.
Non, il a brûlé une femme. Enfin, à moins qu'il a brûlé juste la maison, mais ça reste pas un connard, quoi.
Do you know Matthew Ryan?
No. Don't know the name.
Non, pas du tout, je me fous pas de votre gueule.
His locker is right next to yours. Give it up.
Okay, so I know Ryan.
All right, Clemens.
Quoi?
You're off the hook for the moment.
J'avais une preuve.
Can I get back to work?
Ah, il était dans le club anarchiste, machin truc. Fait chier.
Three suspects. As much as I'd like it to be Chapman, I think it's one of the other two guys.
Alors, je pense que c'était
Let's get to the
Vardy, hein.
station and close this case.
Au moins, on aura évité l'incendie. Normalement. Comment on atterrit ici, nous? Et comment on sort d'ici? Qu'est-ce que c'est que cet enfer? Il y a comme une baraque là, parce que... 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9... On va dire 9 appart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... Voilà, c'est plutôt raisonnable en place de parking. Ça valait bien 9 appart. Et après on va dire que c'est moi qui écrase les gens, mais elle a couru 3 fois devant la véhicule quand même. Hein. C'est pas moi. Promis, c'est pas moi. Wilshire Police Station. C'est le chat? Le chat de Wilshire? Pas sûr. Hein. Je sais que c'est Cheshire à la base.
I have two suspects.
Phelps, you got nothing. Biggs, Ryan's waiting for you in interview 1. Varley's in 2.
Hey, Hopkins, you practicing your asshole routine again? Come on, Phelps.
Après, il s'appelle Hopkins. Si c'est Jimmy, peut-être le grand-père de Jimmy, imaginez. Tout est lié. Quand j'ai pas fait gaffe, je crois que c'est la première que je veux. Je vais pas parler en premier, quoi.
Save yourself some time and get this thing off your chest.
If that's your opening gambit, you better try again.
Ok, c'est bon.
You know how to reverse a diaphragm in the regulator valve of a Model 70 heater?
No, I don't.
You expect me to believe that, Ryan? I can do it myself.
Believe whatever you want, Flatfoot. You're part of the conspiracy.
D'accord.
What can you tell me about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund?
Nothing.
On commence à m'énerver par contre. Ah, j'aurais dû faire le mensonge du coup pour tout à l'heure.
I think Suburban is a front for your anarchist buddies. They're arranging for people to be out of town while you burn their houses down.
Suburban? What's that got to do with me? That's Farley's bilk. He's the one with the cozy agreement with those fascists.
So you want to change the world, Ryan?
Yes, I do. So does every reasonable person.
And you're doing your part?
Yes, I am.
Does that include sabotaging water heaters to destroy a company?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
So InstaHeat is to blame for all of the problems.
I didn't say that.
Ah merde.
You have a history of violence.
I have no such thing.
Non mais là, je suis flic, tu sais très bien que j'ai accès à ton casier, espèce de con.
And how exactly are you gonna prove that?
Oh, ils sont cons aussi des fois. Hein.
You were charged with attempted murder, Ryan.
It was a court case. No criminal liability was the verdict. They said that they couldn't have known that the faulty heater installation would cause a fire. All I know is I lost my whole family. And the company that was responsible got away with it.
C'est pas Instinct Hit, la compagnie?
Which company? Has faced
Ah non.
those water heater company.
That's it for the moment, Ryan.
So I can go?
Sure. As soon as your red friends storm the building and carry you out, you'll keep your seat until we decide how long to lock you up for, knucklehead.
Need a drink. I got the jitters again.
Tu vas rater un inventeur, vous gardez qu'un seul suspect.
Ryan is our man. But procedure says we eliminate all of the suspects. Let's speak to Varley.
Et oui, mais c'est où? Je suis pas habitué ici. Hein. C'est là? C'est là.
We have Matthew Ryan in custody, Varley. I think all we need to do is ask him about this, and he'll rat you out.
Fuck Ryan, that pinko bastard.
Have you ever worked on a place on Rosewood Avenue? Family by the name of Sawyer?
Maybe. I'm from out of town. I go where they send me. I don't do a lot of repairs, though. I'm flat out on new installations.
Il a dit quoi? C'est quoi ton script? Ouais, c'est une révision, donc c'est une réparation. On se moque de moi.
Why are you lying to me, Varley? If Suburban wants their new installations completed, why are you bothering with wrecks like the Sawyer house?
So I'm lying just because I can't remember if I was there or not? How can you prove that I was?
Ah oui, bah là, par contre, t'es con. Là.
Your name is on the inside door of their water heater.
Okay. You got me there. Suburban, they wanted that guy out. Sawyer kept complaining about not being able to get his heater service, so they threw in a free service as a sweep. I think he played him though, because he still wouldn't sell.
Word is, you're in the pocket of some property developer?
Never. I got principles.
How did Suburban put the squeeze on you? Did they find out about your record?
There's no way you can link me to Suburban. You're wasting your time.
Pourquoi je peux faire en sens inverse? Aller directement vers le bas. Ils sont chiants.
Ryan says you offered to cut him in on the kickbacks they were offering. He'll testify in court.
Suburban, they got real time pressure on getting some of the big developments finished. There's some big date that they can't afford to miss. So yeah, I took the money, but so did a lot of guys, all right? Carpenters, electricians, plumbers. It's no big conspiracy.
What would reversing the diaphragm of an Insta-Heat Model 70 do?
Yeah, I made that mistake before. You get a big bang when you turn the pilot back on.
So you didn't deliberately sabotage the water heater at the Sawyer house?
No, I did not. You out of your mind?
Ouais, est-ce que j'ai de quoi prouver qu'il l'a fait? Le truc, c'est que non, je crois pas. Hein. Ah bah si.
I don't believe you, Varley. I think Suburban wants homeowners who don't want to sell out of the way.
I think you're out of your mind. Where is the evidence that I have done anything to contribute to this fire? Huh?
Hein? Hein? Vas-y, prouve. Regarde.
You're saying I'm some kind of psycho for hire? It's not true.
Tu m'as fait faire doute? Merde. Bah, les deux sont suspects. Enfin, les deux sont coupables pour moi, mais bon.
Reginald Varley, I'm charging you with committing a series of arsons, and for the murders of Hank Sawyer, Edwina Sawyer, Henry Sawyer, and Jessica Sawyer.
I'm no
Beaucoup de
cold-blooded
Sawyer.
criminal. I could never burn up a whole family in their home.
Est-ce qu'on a eu le bon?
is it? No, just keep your mouth shut and listen to me for a second. How is it you can bring no less than 3 suspects into my station, conduct extensive interviews, sift through mountains of evidence with Lynch and Pinker, and still manage to charge the wrong fucking guy? I took a chance on you, Phelps. People said I was crazy, and you made me look like a jerk. You may not be much of an arson investigator, but I hear you're merciless on the beat. Get going.
Ah, c'était pas le bon. Genre vraiment, c'était pas lui. Bah, Nick. Quand un flashback.
You're 2 blocks behind 1st and 2nd.
We have more buildings to clear. You know our orders,
There's
Sergeant.
barely a building left standing or not on fire in your zone, Cole. Is your sector full of Japs?
Questioning my command.
The captain doesn't want anyone falling behind.
Tell the captain we will join him when the job is done.
Just give us the word, Sarge. We'll take care of him. He should be sectioned. That Jap lover's a fucking liability.
We're here to kill Japs, not our own people.
Star-crossed son of a bitch. No one wants to serve under him. He's bad fucking luck.
Can it? We've a job to do here. If I can live with it, you can too.
Ça fait un lien avec les incendies, on va dire. Au champ d'Elysiens.
House fire. Bad one. At least 4 Vicks. Get out there and find out what you can. The address is 650 North Hobart.
Voilà, maintenant on va avoir affaire au Zodiac. Bah, bravo.
Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up to a 45. I want to stop him with 1 round.
Ok, on y va.
I didn't want to arrest him, so I gave him a dust. Mouthpiece tore scripts off me at the grand jury. Case got thrown out. Now the DA wants my head.
Mon collègue il est là, hein. Dépêche-toi.
Are we having a conversation, dude? Okay, fuck it. Forget
I'm teasing you, Hirsch. Tell me about it.
The new housing development's come 4 weeks from completion. Burned to the ground last night. GIs are ready to move in this weekend. Developer's gonna have some very angry customers.
Donc on a vraiment raté le bon coupable.
Shame about Jeff. The arson investigators been trying to nail that son of a bitch for years.
He's still in custody, Hirsch.
Wanna bet? They'll have kicked him loose already. Can't hold him for misdemeanor cigarettes and matches.
Je fais de l'esquivation de voiture. C'est pas toujours fait évident, mais on s'en sort. Ah, c'est long votre connerie là. C'est où votre truc? Qu'est-ce qu'il fait une marche arrière lui? Il est taré? Il fait pas une marche arrière en plein milieu d'un croisement comme ça? Malade ce type. Oula. Où c'est que le drift? Ah, je crois que c'est là. Encore une fois, je suis arrivé de l'autre côté, mais c'est pas grave. C'est pas une petite maison. Ah, notre ami, le coroner.
You guys better see this. I hope you have strong stomachs.
Déjà là, ça doit sentir la cendre dans tous les sens.
You have a name?
Ouh.
Morelli, Mike. We recovered a picture of the family. Okay. Anything else? Be honest, I just got here, Phelps. Best you talk to Lynch. He's the expert.
Doesn't make any sense. Why aren't they scattered around like the rest of the debris?
I think they've been moved. Ooh. I think someone moved them after the explosion and before the fire.
Can you explain that, please?
I'm almost positive the cause of death is asphyxiation due to gas inhalation. Look at the parts of their bodies that aren't scorched. The coloring around the fingertips is typical.
They wouldn't have felt it.
I think the fire damage is post-mortem. I think someone moved them into this room after the explosion.
It still doesn't make any sense. Why would you run into a burning building?
C'est des... Je reconnais, c'est des monstres dans Silent Hill, ça.
What are you doing?
Prayer effect is from the fire. Muscles and tendons contract.
Hmm. Ça, je savais pas. J'ai appris un truc aujourd'hui. Incroyable.
You ever think about how many people have died in this world? And how big heaven would have to be to accommodate them bigs?
No, I have not. Show some respect.
Quand le visage du fils, il a été griffé.
It's our boy. I think he watches the fires. I think the Sawyer fire went wrong.
So what about the guy we have in jail, Phelps?
Got the wrong guy.
That doesn't explain why he ran into a burning building. What would make anyone do that?
Guilt.
For the fires?
For his mistake. This guy wants to burn houses, not families. He expects the houses to be empty. He was trying to redeem himself. Probably thought they'd be happier together.
You are one very disturbed individual, Phelps. I know you had it rough lately, but you should start to compartmentalize your thoughts.
He could be right. Can you come up with an alternative explanation?
I'm sure it's the same guy.
Are you telling me that some son of a bitch murdered these people, the whole family, and arranged them here like Cupid dolls?
Might fit, Cole, but I don't think we could ever prove it. There's very little evidence.
Super!
Evidence?
Albert, check out the hot water system. Make sure we're dealing with the same MO.
Sure, Phelps. I'll get back to you.
Leave the rest
D'où
to
tu
us,
donnes des
Cole.
ordres à un chef
We'll
pompier.
find out what's eating the pigs.
Par contre, génial quoi. Super. Je fais la même dans Dark Souls moi, mais bon. C'est pas de vraie famille, enfin je sais pas. Putain, mais tu restes ici, t'as le cancer quoi. Pas se mentir, hein, tu restes là, t'as le cancer. Hein. Tiens donc, une vieille lampe torche. Le genre le verre il a pas explosé. Avec la chaleur. On se moque de moi. Oh! Tiens donc. Une cave inondée. Qu'est-ce que c'est que ces conneries? Qu'est-ce que c'est que ça? C'est là le chauffe-eau, je crois, non? Un maillet. Au maillot maillé. J'avoue que là, je sèche un peu. Il y a peut-être rien à faire ici, hein. Je me trempe les pieds pour rien. Hein. Quel plaisir. Ça, quel plaisir. Bon, je suis de t'apprendre, mais t'as le cancer des poumons là actuellement. Qu'est-ce que tu fais? Qu'est-ce que tu fais? Ah. Tiens donc, une truelle. Non, c'est une brosse.
So something finally got to you.
You want my help, pretty boy? You got it. You keep riding me and you won't be pretty much longer.
We can get this guy, Herschel.
You think you've seen everything, Phelps? I was with the 2nd Marines at Bella Wood. Things that went on in that farmhouse. My own guys on fire, screaming for a way out. You're not gonna get this guy. There's gonna be no photos and no citations. We're gonna kill this miserable fuck. End of story. You get this?
You remember the list from the travel agent?
Sure.
Morelli's were winners too. Their name was on that list.
Christ. We should take a look around, work the neighbors, see what they know. I'll go across the street.
Okay, I'll try this side.
I haven't done this for years.
Will this make it into the paper?
You don't look like a fireman, son.
Tu peux la tête d'un pompier, fiston? Oui. Parce qu'avant, je devrais pas essayer de voir s'il y a le machin là. Ouais, on l'a demandé au pompier, donc je pense que c'est lui qui va nous le dire. Ouais, j'ai trouvé le machin, il est là, et peut-être. Bah non, il est là. Voilà, comme ça au moins. Ah, et c'est bien Varley qui a fait le truc pourtant. Donc j'ai pas arrêté le bon, mais on a tout fait. On a fait en sorte que ce soit forcément lui le coupable. Tiens donc. Donc je me suis fait avoir comme un bleu. Je crois que c'est par ici qu'il est sorti.
Flashpoint. The heater detonated with enough force to expose the foundations.
Ah. Oh putain, il y a des morceaux de la maison qui sont venus dans l'heure quoi. C'est assez dingo ça par contre. Hein.
LAPD. Can you tell me anything about the fire next door?
Terrible luck. Imagine after having won that weekend away.
What's your name, sir?
Foreman. Dudley Foreman.
Did you see or hear anything that might have...
Look, we were asleep when we heard the explosion.
You didn't like Morelli, did you?
Some neighbors you get along with, some you don't. Guess they should have sold up.
What do you mean?
They're knocking down all these old houses and building a new subdivision for GIs. Morelli was being difficult.
You said someone is knocking these houses down?
Elysian Fields. You must know them. Their billboards. That Monroe character beaming down at you. We've had an offer for the house.
Did the Morellis want to sell?
I don't know.
Whatever you thought of Morelli, his whole family is dead. They couldn't have all deserved that. I want you to help me here, Foreman.
Morelli was pig-headed. He built the house himself. He didn't want to sell. Stubborn fool was ruining it for all of us.
Ah bah ça. Conseil est tout faire à télécom ça.
You said the Morellis had won a weekend away to Catalina Island?
Yeah, that's right. First thing I thought after the explosion was, thank goodness they was away. Then I find out they was still in there.
Who was running the competition?
What? I don't know.
Elle a l'air sincère là pour le coup.
You didn't enter yourself?
I'd already agreed to sell. The competition was an incentive for those who were still thinking about it.
Thank you, sir.
All a man can do is put in a prayer for the dead. About all I've got to say.
Du coup, je comprends qu'il est pas trop vénère, qu'il y a des débris dans sa baraque s'il a déjà vendu sa baraque. Effectivement, quoi. Hein? Oh, tiens donc des traces de pas. J'avais pas fait gaffe.
Whoever he was wearing boondockers. I would know that imprint anywhere.
Ouais, non mais d'accord. Oui. Allô? Et par contre, c'est-à-dire qu'il a attendu un petit moment ici, quoi.
Someone was keeping watch. Looks like they were here for quite a while. Brand looks distinctive.
Mais du coup, il a peut-être vu qui était devant chez lui, non? Non?
Did you see anyone hanging around the Morelli's home prior to the explosion?
Nope. Can't say as I was looking out, though.
Did they have anyone working on the house recently?
J'ai hésité, hein.
City inspector.
I doubt it. Why would they bother with these old places, what with the redevelopment coming up?
Alors, j'aurais dû douter.
Sure. Hey, if you're interested, I have one of those competition flyers in the kitchen. I could get it for you if you like.
That would be great.
Any luck, Cole?
A couple of things. What did you pick up?
Folded piece of paper. Looks complicated.
Japanese call it origami. Can I take a look?
Sure.
Paper crane. There's a legend about them. You fold 1,000 of these and you get a wish.
Hey, don't break it.
I'm not. I'm unfolding it. It looks like a waybill or a flyer.
What?
Mm-hmm.
For Elysian Fields Developments.
Oh, I see you already have one.
Ah! Ça veut dire que le ticket a été enlevé.
When did the flyer arrive in your mailbox?
They've been arriving for weeks. This one was in the mailbox when I got home from work yesterday afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
Calling you stupid would be an insult to stupid.
Will this make it into the paper?
I need an address for a property developer. Elysian Fields Developments.
One moment, Detective. The address is 748 North Oxford Avenue, Wilshire. Anything else?
Messages, please.
You have a message. Contact Captain McKelty immediately.
Thanks. Can you put me through, operator?
Of course. Here you are.
Commander?
Blades on the Morelli fire.
We're about to go and visit Elysian Fields Developments.
You're about to do what? Leland Monroe. He's a personal friend of the mayor and the chief. Are you out of your mind? I'm warning you, Phelps.
Commander, we have a line of inquiry.
You have something, you bring it to me. You're hanging by a thread, Phelps. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Good. Have a report on my desk today.
Évidemment.
McKelty has warned us off over Elysian.
Makes sense. It's a dead end. We should check out Rancho Escondido.
You know the place?
On pourra revenir, tiens.
Sure, corner of Fountain and Wilton. Let's go.
C'est quoi? Qu'est-ce qu'il veut aller voir, lui? Plein de choses comme Dido. Ok. On va aller voir ça. Pourquoi j'ai pris cette voiture-là? Je me suis trompé de véhicule. C'est pas très grave. Il m'en voudra pas trop, je pense. Après, ça fait le taf, hein, de toute façon. Ouais, non, je suis trop loin, j'ai pas le temps, niquez-vous. On va déconcentrer dans ma conduite, j'ai foncé dans plein de voitures du coup. Terrible. Toujours un plaisir. Oh, il y en a un autre là. Ah bah tiens donc. Du coup il y a encore des véhicules de machin, de Insta-Hit. C'est beau ça. Moi je dis pour la blague. Ça perturbe ces carrés d'air là. Pour la blague on le prend. Hein. C'est rigolo. Oui. C'est pour la blague. Regarde ce qu'on va faire avec, on va faire de la mauvaise pub. T'as vu, on fait de la mauvaise pub. Devant un collègue, hein, ça va. Il a pas l'air trop inquiet par la chose. Bon, c'est loin ton adresse à la con là. Est-ce que c'est là-bas? Ça a l'air d'être là-bas. Ah oui! D'accord! Ouais, pas qu'un peu des maisons brûlées là. Qu'est-ce que c'est quoi? Il y a une bombe atomique qui est tombée là? Qu'est-ce que c'est que ces conneries? Ou alors c'est un terrain d'exercice pour les pompiers, je sais pas, mais bizarre tout ça.
You know, there are times when you really miss a nightstick. There's more religion in the end of a nightstick than in 100 cathedrals.
I'm not gonna tell you again, sir.
Don't tell me when and how I can come and go on my own property.
It is not
This is
safe,
America,
sir.
dickhead.
Now step back, or I'll lock you up for a
Smart mouth
fray.
son of a bitch. Come on.
Ah super, la bagarre. Je sais plus comment on fait.
Stand down. That's an order. Come on, man. You're going down. Had a bad break. You're damn foolish.
Ok, j'ai retrouvé. Heureusement, ils se battent chacun à leur tour, hein. Ils sont gentils. Incroyable. Quel baston de ouf.
Good thing you showed up when you did, detectives. Those folks were baying for blood.
Okay then. Let's see if there's anything left to take a look at.
Ouais, bon on verra s'il reste quelque chose à voir dans tout Sourbi la prochaine fois. J'espère que cet épisode vous aura plu. Je vous dis à la prochaine pour la suite de L.A Noire. Et sur ce, ciao, bye bye.